Lance Hornby and Terry Koshin of the Toronto Sun here at Rattlesnake Point for the Maple Leafs Alumni Tournament, and a lot of, obviously, the players who are going to be trying out in training camp in a couple of days are here. Great to see Rick Vive, Wendell Clark, and some of the veterans here, but of course, Terry, the attention is on the camp itself, and one of the players who spoke to you today, Michael Bunting. How is 2022-23 suiting up for him?
Well, you know, Lance, a lot to build off for him. Obviously, the season he had last year with Matthews and Marner really came into his own NHLer. You know, Bunting, of course, going into a contract year, so it's big that way. You know, one thing I like about Bunting, the way he talked to us about it today, the way he played last year, local kid, all that sort of thing. The attention didn't faze him at all. We went out and saw what he did, and you know, the way he spoke to us this morning for the first time since the season ended, he's ready to go back out there and do that again.
Yeah, you know, coming in now this year, I'm more comfortable. Obviously, with a year under my belt with these guys, and with this team, and you know, now I know everybody. I'm not a new kid, and so I think, yeah, just going in, I'm just more comfortable. And
I was going to say, I mean, it's been you know, for all the things that didn't go right for the Leafs last year, this kid coming out of nowhere and playing on the first line, that was quite a story.
Obviously, I worked on the stuff that, you know, I think I'm good at, but I also can keep getting better. I worked in, you know, in tight, in front of the net and battles, but I also, you know, worked on my shot and being more of a threat on the rush and being able to shoot from afar. So I hope I can add that to my game.
Yeah, it really was. And, you know, when the Leafs signed him to that 2-year contract, Lance, you have an idea of what you're going to get. You project and you think, okay, he'd scored a bunch of goals and not a lot of games for Arizona, but how's this going to play out? Well, we know what he did last season. Not only produced the tenacity he played with, you know, got hurt near the end of the year, but overall was quite durable and really brought that same effort every night. And when you're the head coach in Sheldon Keefe and you have what's pretty close to a sure thing with that effort on your top line, you run him out there every night, and with the confidence he'll keep bringing it. I'm sure we'll see the same this year.
We saw a couple of the kids trying out for the team, not that they're kids, of course, but Adam Gaudette and Nicolas Aube-Kubel, they're going to factor somewhere in the bottom six. I think that'll be the big story heading into training camp, and then you sort of know almost what your first two lines will be.
Yep.
Talk about that scramble with those guys and other guys who are coming in to try and sew up bottom six jobs.
Well, you know, Aube-Kubel maybe has a bit of the advantage with the Stanley Cup and, you know, getting the tattoo that he got with the dent on it, winning it in Colorado.
There's not many Stanley Cup tattoos on the Leafs.
No, there aren't, unfortunately, and who knows, we'll see if that's going to change, but you know, they're all in that race, and the signing of Zach Aston-Reese to a PTO a couple of weeks ago, Lance, really heightens that race. Yeah. I think that, you know, this is a guy, Aston-Reese, dependable defensively, and you're right, that's going to be a real story to watch, see who comes out of that. Those three guys, you have Simmons and Clifford in the mix, you have a bunch of guys from, you know, Joey Anderson trying to come up and make a mark with the Marlies, perhaps Pontus Holmberg. Yeah. There's a lot to settle there, and you look at it and say, okay, well, you know, your main guys are going to drive you. We know that, but you need the Leafs have good depth. It's going to be interesting to see how that all works out in the end. But Aube and Kubel and Gaudette both giving us indications they're awfully hungry to make those spots stick once camp starts.
Speaking of which, training camp on ice sessions start Wednesday with medicals, Thursday on ice, and exhibition games by the weekend. From Rattlesnake Point, Lance Hornby, Terry Koshin for the Toronto Sun.